We're drafting for week one. We're drafting for week one. I reserve the right to detour my plan of attack. We're doing weekly winners. Weekly winners, you can win $20K each individual week. No week is tied to another. Week 10 has nothing to do with one. There's no playoffs. Week 17 is no more important than week one. You don't combine any weeks. You just try and win 20K. Reset. Week 2 comes, try and win 20K. 10K to second place. Your whole team could be abducted by aliens until week 16. And they could come back, get ready for week 17. And you could win 20K in week 17 without having a single player play in weeks 1 through 16. You can plan your entire team around 1 week like Bimageddon and Smash. This is called Weekly Winners. We're doing it on Underdog. The link is dropped. It's in the live chat right this very second. Hit it. Do it live. The link's also in the description of the video if you're watching a replay of the show. Underdog will give you 50% on your first deposit, so they'll match that up to $250. So if you want to get in on this draft, make sure you hit that link I just dropped or use code Smitty. Both of them, get it done. Let's get ready to jump into a weeklies. Don't click it yet. We're gonna give everybody a few minutes to click that link, sign up, get ready to roll and rumble. The link has been pinned. I haven't pinned it yet. Hold on. The link has been pinned in the live chat now. Sign up. Get ready. If you miss out on this draft, sign up anyway so you're ready next time. The Fantasy Football Show Draft Edition, Graveyard Edition begins right now.
You're watching a
Graveyard Stream.
live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
That's me on my horse getting ready to do a weekly draft. I'm riding toward the sunset or toward the sun rising, whichever tickles your fancy. We're doing a weekly winner draft, and I'm going to try and kind of prepare for week one. That means I'm kind of looking at the week one schedule, right? I'm kind of saying to myself, where is the here's the big old grand schedule here. Week one, Arizona Cardinals at the Buffalo Bills. Atlanta at Pittsburgh, Baltimore at KC. This is what we're going to keep in mind as we draft, trying to figure out how to draft, not forcing it, but trying to figure out how to draft the best possible week one team. Dallas at Cleveland, okay. Could be potentially a struggle bus game for Dak with the situation going on. Buffalo at Arizona, that could be outstanding. Arizona, let's see here. Detroit at LAR, that's fantastic. Green Bay, Philadelphia, we love that. Indy, Houston, lots of good matchups. We're gonna try and keep this in mind as we roll, and we'll have this ability to pull it up on screen. Have you clicked on the link yet? It's pinned in the live chat. I've dropped it again right there. Link has been dropped. Click it, sign up. Let's go. Everybody open up your Underdog app. Okay, and this is what you'll do if you're trying to get in the next time. You just sign up, have your Underdog app signed up, ready to go. Code Smitty's been used. You're doing it live. You're going to go to the draft tab at the bottom, lobby at the top, home tab, sub-home tab menu selected, and then you see the cards. You just swipe on through. Oh, we got a Pug but Superflex back. Hold on a second. One second. I gotta click on that. No. Hold on. No, I'm not gonna. Okay. Weekly winners. Punch it. Hit the button. Do it. Hit the green button now. Weekly winners. Smash. Okay. Hopefully we all get into the same draft. If we don't, that's okay. In some cases, it's better. You're applying the logic as we go. Let me put this draft on screen so you can all follow along. We're doing the weekly winners. 11 spots filled. Team is full. Draft situations being calculated. Where's your boy going to pick from? Draft screen is up on board. Sharing said draft board screen. Whoa. That seems a little big. Let's go down a size. Hold on. Let's close this out. Hold on. Let me redo this. All right, that's a little bit better. Let me go down the size here. Man, how did this get all jacked up? I had everything perfectly lined up and ready to go. Anyway, your boys drafting from the 9 spot. The draft has commenced. It has begun. Blue is on the clock. Boom's there. Al's there. Rice is in the building. Blind Larry got in. Ray G. Miles, Rock Out. Sebastian. We got a full house up in this mug. A full house indeed. Let me resize this. Hold on a second, everybody. We'll get it taken care of. Don't worry. There we go. That should be good. Christian McCaffrey went number 1. No surprise. This is weekly winners. That means that you think about it. Christian McCaffrey can... I'm in the wrong one. Doesn't matter, John. Doesn't matter. You sound like we should have clicked in the beginning. John, you're always complaining, though. You're always... Like, these guys didn't have a problem getting in. You always got something that you're like, not... You got a complaint with me all the time. The customer service line's consistently getting calls from John. My HR department's like, look, John's complaining again. You made it sound like we should have clicked at the beginning. John, there are so many people in this draft. I don't know how else I could have done it better. Raise your hand if I screwed up. Let me see. Maybe I'll apologize, John, if I got it wrong. But raise your hand if I screwed up. Weekly winners. JJ is available. Do I do it, and do I do it live? I could also draft AJ Brown, Puka Nacua. I'm going to go JJ here. I'm not scared of taking JJ at 9 overall. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about it. Anybody didn't get in is going to raise their hand. Smitty screwed up. I mean, what can I say? I said click on it. We're not all going to get in it, John. That's why I said do a draft alongside. Apply the logic. And, John, you're probably in a draft with 5-6 other people. Like, there are over 90 people, which is a slow night right now. Yeah, 74 from YouTube watching. Like, there's only 12 spots. Like, we're going to get in different drafts. What's up with the Jets being cautious about Hall? I don't know. They're probably just trying to keep him healthy, bro. Probably trying to keep him ready to rumble. Ready to rumble. Stumble. I mean, how could I possibly get Achane to fall to 16 in our world, especially after the earlier stream? Let's see here. Kind of feel like in weeklies, Derrick Henry's okay in the second round. He's third on the pre-ranked list here. But I'm going to reach on Kyron here. It's weeklies. He goes in the second round. It's a totally different process. Anybody worried about a guy getting banged up doesn't matter, because if you had 6 straight weeks of fire from everybody before everybody got hurt, you'd be fine. We didn't throw out the window week 1. The Rams were one of my definite teams I wanted to potentially draft Ram players. The Vikings, oh God, I just messed up the whole screen. What am I doing with the screen? I gotta lock that. Hold on, because I keep moving it. Yep, there we go. Let me lock that bad boy. Okay, Vikings. They play Washington, so it was definitely a good week 1 move. So Vikings, you could see the Vikings right here. Vikings right here. Or Giants. It's the Giants. Why do I think the Washington Commanders? The Giants, that's a great matchup. So JJ at the Giants. I got my Rams matchup, which I'm very looking forward to seeing this Rams team play at Detroit. That'll be a fun matchup to watch. Rams Detroit, that could be a shootout. That could be an absolute score fest. So far, I am doing very well with my week 1 approach. Can we put this over here? Kyron, Derrick Henry, Drake London, Jonathan Taylor, Chris Olave, Josh Allen. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Harrison at the 10 spot. You're a fool, says. Why? I just had a question to this right here. Not to come straight for Mahmood. Mahmood, what are you talking about? Harrison at 10? What's wrong with Harrison at 10? Harrison goes at 11 and 12 like clockwork. What world you living in, John? Or Mahmood? Leave my boy John alone. He's got some complaining to do. John doesn't even, he's barely complained today. Leave him alone. He's just getting going. On the clock is Blue, who's got Waddle and McCaffrey, and he's doing it live. Let me put myself over here for a little bit. I have a feeling I'm just going to have to move myself around on screen here. I don't think I'll ever be in the same place because it's a lot easier. And I can get more real estate out of moving my mug around. Cooper Kupp, Jaden Waddle, McCaffrey from the 1 spot. From the 2 spot, we got CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, and Devontae Adams. From the 3, we've got Bijan, Debo, Collins. From the 4, we got Jamar Chase, Josh Allen, and Travis Kelce. Probably my favorite team so far is that one. Tyreek Hill, Olave, and what you got? Number 6 is Blind Larry. He's got Amon-Ra and JT. Can't complain there. That's nice. Gibbs and Drake London. That's fire. Whoever the hell this is in the 8 spot, they've got Breece Hall, Derrick Henry going robust RB. I like it. Your boy, 9 overall. That's my pick. I got JJ and Kyron. I'm feeling good. AJ Brown and Devon Achane going at 10 and 15. I like it. Puka Nacua, Marvin Harrison for Rock Out at the 11 spot. I like that. Garrett Wilson and Saquon at the 12. Pretty solid. Your boy's on the clock right here. I don't think I'm going to hesitate at all in weekly winners. I'm smashing the, well, let me reel that back for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna go Mahomey. Kyron, Mahomey, JJ. I've got balance galore going on up in this mug. Yes, we're drafting a weekly winner. Mahmood says, guy hasn't caught an NFL pass yet, John. Mahmood, have you looked? Have you gotten the temperature of where everybody views MHJ? Is this your first draft so far this offseason, Mahmood? Because he's got an ADP at the 10, 11, 12, 13 range. So, I've got some science and data for you if that helps you. I don't know. Let me know, Mahmood, if this changes your mind.
I'm a Cardinal, I'm a Cardinal. 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 I'm a Cardinal, I'm a Cardinal.
The Cardinals look to be rising, and MHJ is your king.
I'm a Cardinal.
I don't know if this is your first rodeo this offseason. Mahmood, what are we talking about here? You're complaining about Marvin Harrison Jr.? going in the 10, 11, 12 range, that's where he goes. That's his sweet spot, my broski. There's no way to argue this thing. I don't know what you're talking about. There's two of me. You thought you got rid of me. Okay. Now I got a left Smitty and a right Smitty. Ready to go. Oh, I'm on the clock. Man, I could keep going down the road of balance. Pure, crazy balance. Let's do it. I'm going to go Trey McBride. I've got the most balanced team ever created on the history of planet Earth.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. On that note, people. So, addressing the elephant in the room, I didn't take Kincaid, even though I really would have probably in a season-long mindset. But because this is weeklies, the big pop weeks, I went with Trey McBride. But man, you couldn't do wrong. You can't go wrong going either one of those guys, to be frank. Did I go to school for graphic stuff? I mean, I've gone to my own school of Smitty. Went to the fantasy football college to get all that knowledge. I mean, I literally been doing this for 23 years, bro. So I've self-taught myself. But yeah, I mean, I have a master's in digital audience, if that helps. My undergrad was psych, so I could evaluate John. I got my psych degree just for John. I just didn't know it. Did McBride hit his wall this year and bounces back? I think McBride hits a wall this year and bounces back in 2025. Adam, what makes you think that? What has McBride showed you that he's going to hit a wall? What in the hell are you talking about, Adam?
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
There's a story about a lovely family made of Kyle Pittses and McBrides and MHJs and Londons and so forth. And in said family, the middle child, McBride, ain't hitting no wall, pal. He ain't hitting no wall whatsoever. And Alice in the middle, doesn't matter if Alice doesn't, goes to work one day, doesn't come back. We got Penix Jr. at the bottom ready to take care of business. Okay, what do we got so far? Christian McCaffrey, Jalen Waddle, Cooper Kupp, Malik Neighbors, Joe Mixon. Pretty solid squad there, Blue. CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, Rashad White. How's the Patreon League feeling? It's good. I mean, I think we'll be good for the next couple days, but you want to make sure you get in ASAP if you want to get a spot in the Patreon League. First 200 people get a spot. We're good to go right now. Anybody that gets it tonight or probably tomorrow. I keep kind of having like a safety net like day just to make sure. But first 200 people get into the 242-man league. 10 live chats come with that, as well as lockdown content. Is $10 a month, and it's the best way to get a live chat environment. 10 live chats, trades, Superflex, everything you can think of. The best way to have a very good, solid, positive group that's very helpful is to have a product. It's not just a free open for trolls or anything like that. And, we remove anybody that doesn't belong. On the clock, Damn. Because he can have those big weeks, I'm going to go Ridley. Again, one of those situations where you kind of like it better weekly than it is like long-term best ball mania. You know, like Ridley could have those big pop weeks, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, Will's got it unlocked. Will understands what's going on with the Brady Bunch and everything. He says, Will Power says, if McBride hits a wall, he'll burst right through it. He's a stud. Defenders and defenses, and honestly, a bunch of people like even my boy Raj said that McBride's a problem. You know, when the Niners faced him, this first thing he sent me a message and said, McBride's a problem. Dude's literally a problem. Okay, here we go. What do we do here? What do we do here? Here goes Zamir. I got Kyron and Zamir. Two monster breakout running backs this year. I mean, Kyron's already broken out, but like this guy hasn't played a full year yet, so his breakout party is still to come. Kyron's potential is still to come. Christian Kirk, okay. Sebastian's got Garrett Wilson, Saquon, Devontae Smith, Tank Dell, T. Higgins, George Kittle. Okay. Puka Nacua, Marvin Harrison Jr., Josh Jacobs, Lamar, McLaurin, Kamara. I like that team a lot, Rockout. You did good. A.J. Brown, Devon Achane, ETN, Anthony Richardson, Keon Coleman, Kyle Pitts. I like it, bro. My team, J.J., Kyron, Mahomie, Trey McBride, just such balance. Calvin Ridley, Zamir White. I like it. It's definitely like the kind of team that could win weeklies, you know what I mean? And some of these teams, a lot of good balance as well. I mean, Ray G's doing the balanced approach as well. Gibbs, London, Hurts, Kincaid, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson. That is a nice little squad. Definitely week one pop capable. You know what I'm saying? On the clock here, about 10 picks. Kyler Murray just went. All right, sorry about that. Smitty, you gonna call tomorrow? Hey, Smitty, you gonna call tomorrow? Oh, Chris, yeah. I sent you an email. Hopefully that works for you. I can call after the show real quick, though, if you want. Chris ordered a call on thefantasyfootballshow.com, which you can all do as well. Chris, does it work right after this live stream? I'll just dial you up. I got to get my steps in. I'll just call you up, bro. Does that work, or is it too late? I probably won't be live much longer after this show when this draft. When the draft ends, I'm probably going to stay live for just a few minutes and then I'm bouncing. But tomorrow we'll have a lot of content. Tomorrow I should be live. I think I'll be live midday, but I'll also have a video upload and then also go live for the 8 p.m. show. So tomorrow we should have at least 2 live streams and maybe 1 video upload as well. Laporta broke rookie tight end mold. Kincaid showed why. Aaron Hernandez fell off. What are you talking about there, Mahmood? Thank you, DC dude. All right, I'll call you tomorrow then, bro. All right, I'm on the clock here. I'm going to roll with Jonathan Brooks because it's weeklies. And the reason, some of my rationale behind that is that essentially, if, let's say, Zamir is kicking things off in insanely dramatic fashion to kick off the year, right? And we do expect Zamir to be a baller, like absolute straight baller, right? So if Zamir's a baller, thank you for sniping JD. I should have went JD5 right there. I was gonna. You little rugrats, man. Zamir's gonna start off hot, right? If he doesn't hold up, I need somebody that's going to pick up the slack for the second half of the year. And so Brooks feels like a great compliment. As far as my keeping true to trying to win week 1, I've got my Arizona Cardinals at Buffalo, so I think that could be a nice game. Nice little matchup for McBride. I've got Kyron versus the Detroit Lions. My team's right here at the 9 spot. JJ has the Giants. The Tennessee Titans have Chicago, so that's, could be a bad matchup. Maybe they play differently than people expect. So that really pick wasn't necessarily, I guess the most ideal. LV versus the Chargers, I'm fine with Zamir having that Chargers matchup. And then Jonathan Brooks, again, is more of a late season move. So even though I am trying to win week 1, that is a protective measure for me. I'm up in 2 picks. All right, here we go. I could use another wide receiver that I trust. I also feel like this is protective in a way. Hopkins or Ridley, I feel like one of them is going to have a good game almost every week. I feel like it's a neutralizing move in some respects, but because it's weekly winners, I'm not worried about the long-term season outlook of accumulation of points. I'm worried about what's happening each and every week. So Calvin Ridley and Hopkins together, I think, gives me like a 90 yards and a touchdown chance almost every single week. One of them is going to do well. Super chat by my boy Soap Dog says, Smitty, you're the man. Thoughts on median scoring? Thank you, Soap Dog. Appreciate you dropping that super chat. You're the man. Not me, pal. Hold on, let me fix my screen real quick, bro. Okay, sorry. What was the other question? Thoughts on median scoring. Okay, so you're referring to when you're essentially you're playing against the median of the league, right? The average of the middle two teams. I look, I'll be honest with you, I've never played in that kind of scoring, and I don't think I ever will. I think it sounds ridiculous, to be honest. I remember when I first was seeing it, I'm like, what in the hell? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to play against? I just want to play against everybody. I want to smash everybody to pieces. And that doesn't make sense to me. Nor do I think there's a lot of content for it. I mean, there is. I mean, you could just get general content about smashing each individual week. And then, obviously the scoring takes care of itself for your matchups and all that. But I don't know, bro. I'm not into that. What's up, Dean? But to each their own. If that's something you like, that's great. I'm not a big, let's complicate it and make the league so much more different than anything you've ever seen. And then all of a sudden, content for it becomes hard to seek out. Like those leagues where you're getting attempts or points for kickoff return attempts and all this BS. And then someone's like, hey, Smitty, which player do you like better? And I'm like, oh, I like this player by a mile. And they're like, well, in my scoring, Jacoby Myers is the number one wide receiver. I'm like, well, it takes luck out of the equation. Luck is part of the fun, number one. And number two, you want to take luck out of the equation, make it a super flex. You don't trip and fall and win a super flex league. People get run out of town in a super flex league. It is really hard to dominate in super flex. It just is, plain and simple. I took Blake Corum just to cuff the hell out of my situation, which I feel really good about. You can't trip and fall into a super flex win. Very, very hard. Is Adam still going on and on about the McBride hitting a wall? What are we talking about with this? Our Superflex is median. I just don't like median. I don't like median scoring. I think that's ridiculous to play against the middle of the league. You should either have matchups or you don't, or play total points. You know what I mean? If you don't want to play against matchups, you want to take the luck out. How about the best scoring team wins? Why not revert back to total point leagues? You know what I'm saying, Soap Dog? I appreciate you. I'm not ripping on you. I'm just ripping on the scoring. Why not just take out the matchups and say best scoring team wins? You don't have luck involved in that. That's you drafting the best team, and you deserve to win. That's how I take the luck out of it. Go back to the old roots of total point leagues. That's how you ball. That's how you know who's the top dog. God, I've never taken Rashee Rice in the last handful of months, but at this stage in the game, we're talking about round what? And I've got Mahomes. Jeez, it's weekly, so if he gets suspended for half a season, it doesn't really matter. I haven't taken him very rare. I've very rarely taken him. That was a wild pick for me. Completely wild pick for me. But it made sense. It made sense in weeklies. I think everybody can agree on that. Like them or not, weeklies, Mahomes, cuff it. 10th round pick. Why not? Hollywood on Mars yet? He's on the midseason monsters. We haven't ever moved him off that. Here it is. He's at the top right corner. We could put him on the Moon Man list. He has been here. He's been here the whole time. I don't know. We just keep him here. We don't want to remove him, even though he's going to be a week one monster probably. I think the thinking was when we first did this is that the suspension could happen later in the year. And so he would come on like extra strong, but Hollywood might just be I'm a monster right away type of monster. Okay. You have to do median on sleeper if you want more diverse win-loss record. I don't know if you're talking about that from a technical standpoint, you mean? Or if you're saying you have to, I don't have to do anything. I'm never playing median scoring. I'm sorry. Call me old school. Get off my mother freaking lawn. I'm not playing median scoring. Sounds like someone wants to hold my hand. You want to hold my hand through fantasy football so that we could take a little... Soap Dog, this is not toward you, bro. This is toward median scoring. Do you want to hold my hand so that it can be fair? If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby told you. Ricky Bobby's father told you. If you're not first, you're last. We don't care about luck. Luck is part of the game, and total points will help rule. Pierce, yeah, that's right. Adam, you should draft Mercedes Lewis. He's back for a 19th season. He's tight end proof. Yeah. Oh, bro. Mercedes Lewis season. Mofos. Mercedes Lewis to the moon. Do it live. Damn it, Ray G. Ray G just sits there and just picks off whoever you want. Ray G's just he's gonna press it. He's not gonna let anybody fall to you. Justin Jefferson, Kyron Williams, Mahomes, Trey McBride, Calvin Ridley, Zamir White, Jonathan Brooks, DeAndre Hopkins, Blake Corum, Rashee Rice. I suppose I could grab another wide receiver here, but I think I'm going to pass on that. I might go over to the QB column. Let's go a little... Let's get a little crazy. I just want a solid QB situation. I think Aaron Rodgers could have those big weeks. Maybe he does have some inconsistencies. I don't know. But I'll definitely take that all day long as my QB2 in a weekly winner environment. Yeah, BPA to the moon, bro. Michael says his weekly winner is not showing up. Okay, I can solve this in two. I can solve this problem with 3 checks, bro. This is IT support to the moon. Ready? Number 1. Go to the App Store, Michael. Search for Underdog. Don't just look at it in the search results. Actually click on it. It opens up it, inside the actual app details. You'll see the open turn into an update. Hit the update the app. You're good to go. Also, restart your phone if that doesn't work. You will see weekly winners. I'm in Arizona. There's no problem there. Do it live. Let me know when it works, and it will. Just make sure you're looking on the cards, bro. You can't go to the NFL tab. You gotta be on drafts and then lobby, and then the home tab, not NFL, the home tab, and you're gonna search for weekly winners, and it'll be in that card system. What's this guy saying about McBride over and over and over? Travis?
He was. I was just talking to him after the fact, so it was kind of my fault that he was still talking about it.
Adam, no one's mad at you, Adam. It's just I think people were defending.
No, I got on him a little bit because he was getting defensive and said, "Well, I'm employed by the NFL," so people kind of barked at him for flexing on us like that. So
All right.
it wasn't really a big deal, but you just
Let it go.
And then he said he still took McBride in 40 out of 90.
So I guess my question
he's got him in 50% of his lineups.
I mean, why would you take him then, Adam? I guess that's my only question.
Right.
Why would you, if you're gonna rip on him,
too.
why would you take him? You're the GOAT. I didn't know it was only in that home tab. I kept going to the NFL thing. Then all problem solved. I knew we'd get it taken care of in less than 30 seconds. If you get an email survey asking about how I took care of you, please, give me a full star review. Thank you. Appreciate you, Michael. As far as Mahmoud, Mahmoud, what was Mahmoud saying earlier?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Mahmoud, what were you saying earlier that tripped me up, Mahmoud? Oh, Harrison 10 spot. You're a fool, John. I got John on the phone right now, Mahmoud. Hey, John, keep it clean and don't be, hateful or anything. But tell Mahmoud what you're thinking. Tell Mahmoud why you're maybe drafting Marvin Harrison Jr. where everybody else seems to be still drafting him. Go ahead, speak your mind. Talk to Mahmoud.
I actually didn't take him at the 10 spot. I took him at the 15 spot, and I took Hall, who surprisingly fell that far. There's nobody else there besides Trey McBride. The way they used Trey McBride, it wasn't like I didn't see him go deep on many routes. It was more of they had nobody else to throw to. That's not to say that McBride isn't good. I believe he was the number 1 tight end coming out of his draft. It's not the number 2, and he set a ton of records at the school he was at. But
yeah, we're good on that. We're good on that. But I just want to know why Mahmoud. What are you saying then? Why he took him at 15? What are you talking about? And number 2, I'd take Harrison at 10. Mahmoud, you call me a fool, Mahmoud? What's wrong with people? What's wrong with Marvin Harrison Jr. at 10? I mean, aren't you watching Mahmoud? His ADP is right there. It's right there. Maybe in weeklies too. You're talking about a whole different ballgame. This is weekly winners, pal. This is a whole different territory. This is like the OK Corral. Any moment you could boom. It's one shot. It's one dance. Week 1, 20K. Week 5, 20K. Did anybody win weeklies twice last year? I highly doubt it, but someday someone's gonna win multiple weeks. I'm just saying, okay, what is Adam? The problem is I don't think you're letting things go. What's he saying now? I'm just saying, second-year tight ends tend to hit walls. I'm betting on McBride being in a select group of tight ends that haven't had second-year slumps. I think Laporta slumps too. I mean, look, second-year slumps happen, but like, why if you think he's capable of hitting a wall, which is kind of what your first statement said, then why take him in 50% of your leagues? And I do believe that, I don't know, a lot of tight end neglect going on here on your part. I mean, you could feel however you want. Sophomore slumps happen, but I don't know. I just think you know what I think? If I had to psychoanalyze you, bro, you're trying to break up with Laporta and you're trying to break up with players before they disappoint you. You're trying to leave them before they do anything wrong. Like, hey, one good year, don't trust you anymore. I'm out. I think that's really what it is. It's a psychological thing. Let me drop this and then I'll come back real quick. Hold on one second, guys. Let's go with, dang it, man. I guess I'll take Isaiah Likely because I was about to time out and I need a backup tight end. So my team so far, I have Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. I have Kyron Corum, Zamir, Jonathan Brooks. I've got J.J. Ridley, Hopkins, Rashee Rice, and Leggett. I rarely draft Rashee Rice, but in weekly he fell. It was 10th round. It was 112th overall. I said, why not? And 112th overall was literally his ADP is 87. I took him at 112. So I just grabbed him. Leggett, I love that in weeklies. Trey McBride and Likely. I feel pretty good about this squad. Go ahead, John.
Can I give you my semi-bad team?
You trying to copy Rock Out now?
I was going to say, was that Rock Out?
Just Rock Out?
He does a terrible team, but
Okay.
I have Breed, Marvin, or MSJ, DK, Josh Jacobs, Andrews, Keenan, Ladd, Demir, Tua, Trey, Parasol, Zeke, Musgrove, and Jaleel.
Okay, I like it. I just don't know why I don't know why you'd want to just be against all players that come off big years and just wish for their demise. And I know Adam's going to reply, I don't wish for anybody's demise. But it's like, I don't know, bro. I mean, what is McBride? Why would McBride hit a wall? He barely even got the usage he probably could have got. I'm going to go Braylon Allen just to get that touchdown production. If anything, God forbid, happens to Hall. I will hope Braylon Allen doesn't touch the field. But he's still going to get touchdown opportunities regardless. But yeah, good team, John.
I
don't know that I remember
It's
what he said.
an interesting stat, and people can check me on it if it's wrong or not. I don't think it is. Lamar Jackson only rushed the ball 5 times inside the 5-yard line last year. So I just thought that was kind of interesting because people always talk about him, vulturing touchdowns away from guys, but it was like Gus Edwards all the time for those short touchdowns. So should be good for Henry this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smitty, I got a question. What do you think is going to happen to McLaughlin and Javonte?
You mean and estimate? According to my estimations, I don't want to touch it, and I just don't know who. I mean, estimate could be the guy. I have no clue, and I don't think anybody does know. And I think that if Sean Payton came out and told you, it would be a lie because Sean Payton has already said, "Don't believe a word that comes out of my mouth when I'm at this podium." He said that last year. He said that when everyone was talking about Javonte, he said, "I don't know if he'll be on the PUP. Probably won't. Maybe will." He said, "Honestly, I wouldn't believe anything I say because I'm not going to really tell you what's going on." So that should tell you, number one, we don't know, won't know. And number two, the usage between the RBs last year, if that wasn't alarming enough to add an estimate to the mix, I want nothing to do with it until it solidifies. And if I'm late getting there because of that and I can't get on board the Denver Bronco running back train, then so be it. I took guys that I did believe in, that I didn't have to hope for. You're taking a stab 1 in 3 chance you're going to get it right. And there really is no more likely player of the 3 to get the job. You're talking about taking a stab, like a 33.33% chance stab at any one of those guys. If it was me, I'd probably roll with estimate because he's the cheapest, I imagine, or at least he's the guy that hasn't failed yet. I'm not saying Javonte failed, but in the eyes of Sean Payton, and for him not to grab a hold of the job, and the fact that McLaughlin's kind of like the safest of them, I would say, but give me the guy that hasn't had a chance to fail yet. Maybe he grabs the job. I don't know. I don't want anything to do with it.
I think Pirine is still there too. It's just a mess.
Yeah, McBride's going to absolutely crush. McBride season to the rescue. We need to have a McBride animation or a video. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life?
He's worthy, yeah.
What would McBride? What would Super?
Pirine's there for another year.
Super McBride. What could we do with McBride? Trey McBride. What could the video be about? Wide receiver.
He doesn't really have a nickname yet.
Round 15. So we got 16, 17. 3 more picks? Yeah. 3 more picks. I probably won't stay much over the draft, just to let you guys know. McBride was a target machine. He's already done it. He's safe. We usually have to wait on tight ends to produce. Young, clear number 2 target. Don't fret, Adam, believe. McBride changing the tide. McBride,
kind of like that.
McBride is on your side. McBride and Associates. I don't know. We'll come up with something. I don't see Mark Andrews. Adam, Adam, stop, bro. Adam, stop. Stop talking about tight ends, Adam. You're done with no more tight end talk. I don't see Mark Andrews doesn't bounce back this year. You're a negative Noah, bro. You're just
That's a different Adam.
Oh, was it?
That's a different Adam.
Oh,
yeah.
Snap.
Something about the name.
Snap, bro. Is that your burner? Come on. There's no way. There's no way. We got 2 Adams. 2 negative. 2 Adams negative on the tight end position. I think Adam must have got on his other account on accident, and he's like, whoops. What are we doing here? I don't see how Mark Andrews doesn't bounce back this year. I'm trying to draft him everywhere. Okay, I guess that's a positive comment by Adam. That's positive. Okay, we got positive Adam and negative Adam. Oh, God, I'm going to time out. I'm going to time out. No. Who'd I get? Mooney. Okay.
Mooney.
That's right. I don't have any Mooney shares. So, positive Adam and negative Adam. Maybe it's the same guy. One's the positive, voice, and the other is the negative.
Adam.
Mark Andrews hit. Mahmood says Mark Andrews is going to hit a wall, bro. He might. I don't know. I don't trust Mark Andrews. I like him, but I don't trust him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got that person in their life. You like them, but you just don't trust them.
I've heard of that, man.
You know what I'm saying? Who's on the phone right here?
Actually,
John, rock out. What else you got?
How you like my bad team?
And John's trying to copy your copyrighted negativity on that. Puka, Marvin Harrison Jr., Josh Jacobs, Lamar, Terry McLaurin, Kamara. Yeah, it's a good squad. I like it. Kendra Miller with Kamara, Vidal. You're pretty good at RB. I really, really like what you got going on here. We've got Sebastian with Garrett Wilson, Saquon. That's a good team. We've got Ray G from the 7 spot. He's got Gibbs, London, Hurts, Kincaid, Reed, Watson, Connor, JSN, Spears, Jerome Ford, Ricky Pearsall, Luke McCaffrey. Man, he just grabs anybody. I mean this in the best way, Ray G. I'd have you draft my team if I was in a coma, but I'd have safeguards in place because you'd reach. But Ray G, like if we talk about a guy, he's on Ray G's team that night. Like, it's not getting by him. Luke McCaffrey, look at boom. Luke McCaffrey's on the roster, no matter what. I love it. Ray G's balling with the show guys. He loves them. I like it. Ray G. Blind Larry's got Amon-Ra, Jonathan Taylor, Sam Laporta, Stroud, Amari Cooper, Evan Ingram, Najee, Adunze, Caleb, Gus Edwards, Jahan Dotson. I like the squad, bro. Shubes has got Tyreek, Chris Olave, Brandon Ayuk, Pacheco, Mark Andrews, James Cook. I don't love those imbalanced teams as much. Occasionally it works. I don't love that one in particular, Shubes, but doesn't mean you didn't get good guys. Let me see who else you got. Dave Montgomery, Warren. I like this team a lot better if you were to have like Pacheco, I'm not huge on James Cook. I don't know, like if you had like Najee and Jonathan Brooks and Trey Benson or something like that to go with Pacheco, like then I'd start. And you had Jaden Daniels. I don't know, like something would be different. Jamar Chase, Josh Allen, Kelsey, Zay Flowers, Kenneth Walker, Ramondre. Who's your other running back down there? Zach Moss. I like that. It's a good squad. Okay. Yeah, these are good teams. All right, what else you got, Travis?
Yeah, I was calling just to ask you.
Like
we were talking about how the tight ends are so deep this year. Like, you can easily go like 12 deep. I don't like those guys we really like. What 2 or 3 are you like not drafting, staying away from? Obviously, Andrews is one of them. You just said it. Is there any other ones that stand out that you kind of question a little bit? Don't think they're going to be tight end ones or anything like that.
Now, I'm not staying away from Andrews necessarily. I like him. I just don't trust him.
About him getting hurt.
Yeah, I just don't trust him. Doesn't mean I don't take him. According to the let me make this pick and then I'll go to the ADP data and give you my assessment. I guess I could go with a tight end here. I'll just go Kraft. Okay. As far as the tight end rankings, if I pull up the ADP data here on Underdog, 24 season, Laporta at 34 overall, love it. Don't listen to Adam. Don't listen to the bad Adam. 34 overall, that's almost fourth round. It's almost fourth round. Like, come on. Travis Kelce in the fourth round, it's good value. Trey McBride in like the 4th to 5th round, it's ridiculous. Don't listen to. Was it Adam again? Who said Adam again? But that's
McBride
right.
McBride was originally Adam Hill.
Jeez. Like he could lose it like one of his legs, in like some bad accident and like still be worth the 5th round pick. I don't understand what we're talking about here. Trey McBride at 46 overall is massive, like value. Andrews is pretty good at 50 overall. I don't hate it. It's just Kincaid's right below him. I'd rather have Kincaid. Kyle Pitts is right below him not right below him. He's about 10, 11, 12 spots below Andrews. And so I kind of just rather have Kyle Pitts. Kittle's about 15 to 20 picks below Andrews. Ingram was like a top 4 tight end. He's at 78 overall. Ferguson, Brock Bowers, and Njoku, Goddard. Goddard's at 115. I just think I probably like the Goddard and Luke Musgrave with Kraft combo, like in best ball. I just like that approach at cost of entry more than like going Andrews. Do I like going McBride over both of those? Probably, but there's pros and cons because you're using an early pick. So it kind of just depends. Sebastian, I have rated your team. I've gone over your team a couple times. I said I read it off and said, it's good. Devontae Smith, I like it. I don't hate your team. I mean, you got a running back in there, thank God. I'm not like, I like Purdy. Got Herbert. It's solid. It's not the best team here in my opinion, but it's still a good team. I think you did good. You got great wide receivers. I just instead of drafting. I mean, T. Higgins is a good receiver there, and you kind of got sniped. I don't even know that there's an RB there that I could say you dropped the ball on at all. I mean, maybe Zamir or Kamara is maybe worth a little more than T. Higgins to your team, but that's just me. Kenwar with a $20 holler. My guy, broski. Thank you, pal.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat.
Kenwar to the mother freaking moon. Kenwar says, Smitty, what side of the trade would you rather be on for these two trades? First one is Jamison Williams for Trey Benson and a 25 third rounder. Give me Benson and the 25 third rounder. There's arguments to be made. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I can't get on both sides of this. Like Jamison a lot, but the limitations would be this for me. I would think about long-term, can J-Mo be the number one? Not on St. Brown's watch. So he has like a ceiling level like Addison. Addison can't be the number one. Like Addison can only be so good, especially given that he doesn't have Cousins anymore. J-Mo's got Goff, who's good, but he's not like Josh Allen. He's not like Mahomes. He's not a gunslinging monster. So like he has some limitations. There's a lot of mouths to feed. There's Laporta and St. Brown and Gibbs may be above him pecking order wise for receptions. So how can he explode? I would say Benson can absolutely be the number one. So give me Benson all day long. And I think he could be a top 15 overall player. Is it a lock? No, but Benson could be a top 15 overall player. I would take Benson over J-Mo straight up. Second trade is Jamison Williams and Keon Coleman for Garrett Wilson. I would take Garrett Wilson in a millisecond. And this is a guy that loves Keon Coleman. I like Keon Coleman. I like Jamison Williams. I like everybody involved. But Garrett Wilson's a top 12 overall player. And as much as I love Keon Coleman, as much as I love the idea of him becoming a kind of, I don't want to say out of nowhere stud because we know who he is, but it would be a surprise to everybody if he became a number one, top 12 fantasy football wide receiver one type of guy. Take the for sure thing in Garrett Wilson. These are both smashes to me. Garrett Wilson more so is a smash over the two receivers, but Benson I would take in a millisecond over J-Mo. That's me. Thank you, Ken War, for the $20 holler. You're the man. Do you agree, disagree on that, Trev?
No, I agree with you on both of them. Like you said, Jameson, he's not taking that from Amon-Ra. Ian Laporte is still there, and then the second one's even more obvious for me. Get Wilson.
Trey McBride, I assume so. Good job on that. Let me go over to John. John, final thoughts, my guy.
If he drafts Luke Musgrove, are you cuffing him?
What did you just say to me? What did you say?
If you draft Musgrove.
Oh,
if you draft Musgrove.
I thought he said something else. If I draft Musgrave. Okay, I thought you were saying something else. I'm not going to repeat. I'm like Musgrove. Okay, go ahead. If I draft Musgrave, what? What was the question?
Are you cuffing him?
Am I cuffing him? Yeah, it all sounded wrong for whatever reason. Yeah, I cuff him, but it depends on the scenario. Like in a non-best ball, you can't draft 3 tight ends, and I don't even think you really cuff him. A lot of times you could draft 1 tight end in a non-best ball because you're in control of everything, right? You can make moves, and there's always some players available. I think no one's drafting Kraft. The problem and dilemma would be is if Musgrave, a.k.a. Musgrove, if he was to get injured, people would maybe race to pick up Kraft. So you got to be like proactive. But in best ball, I love drafting like Goddard, Musgrave, and Kraft. And then the Musgrave and Kraft are like a cuff, and it guarantees me the number 1 tight end and one of the most exciting offenses in the National Football League in Green Bay. And I think that Jordan Love's going to become even a more potent passer. So I like it, bro. I like it a lot. But in non-best ball, I'd probably draft Musgrave, but then just kind of keep Kraft on the... You might even be able to pick him up and like IR spot him if he's like struggling with this injury like at all. I don't know what's going on with him. He should be ready for week 1 though.
Do you think Musgrove can get up to Kittle's level?
Musgrave, not Musgrove. Do I think he could get up to Kittle's Kettle? Do I think Musgrove can get up to Kettle's status? I think he could. Sure. Do I count on it? No. But could he? Absolutely. His metrics were through the roof. He was thought to be the better physical specimen over Laporta and Kincaid from like a metric standpoint. So there's a lot of upside there. And he plays with Jordan Love. And he plays on an offense that, unless they trade for Brandon Ayuk, which is certainly possible, there's really opportunity for him to be the only pass catcher on the Green Bay offense that carves out a guaranteed amount of volume because he plays this isolated role where everybody else is rotating, but he's this consistent safety net blanket that's in the same spot kind of in a way. You know, I know he's moving all over the field, but like he is not rotating and moving out, and this is a guy that's sitting there waiting to cherry pick everything. So he's got to stay healthy though. That's why Kraft becomes a great viable cuff, right? So if you can afford it, if you're in a huge league, non-best ball, huge rosters, then I could take Kraft. I could cuff Musgrove to Kraft, and he could become a Kettle. He's like, I'm talking code with John. Nobody listen. All right, John. We'll see you later, bro. He just hangs up. I don't know. Oh, Fitzy, you're live. You got 30 seconds, and I'm out of here.
Hey, Smitty. I'm on the clock on the 305 of a rookie draft, and they got Malik Corley, Javon Baker, Jalen Wright.
We got to learn to pronounce some things on this channel, bro. It's not Malik Corley. It's Malachi. We got Musgrove and Maliki and
it is
Bijani.
almost 2 a.m.
Okay, Malachi, go ahead. Repeat your thing. Malachi Corley and who?
So they got on the clock at 305. They got Jalen Wright, Malachi Corley, Javon Baker, Jalen McMillan.
They're all good. Those are all good.
It's just kind of tough.
Yeah, Malachi
Because
Corley.
I'm a Patriots fan at heart. I want to pick Baker, but I feel like
He'll fall.
Corley and Wright.
He'll probably fall, bro. If you're at a stage where Malachi Corley's going, I bet you Baker's still there later. But I can't promise that. But I would probably go Malachi Corley, man. He's got the potential to do.
I heard you talk about him earlier in the offseason.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to call in.
Yeah, no one was even on top of this situation but us. Really early on, like he was my number 4 or 5 wide receiver.
What's the situation looking like over there in New York? They got Corley, they got
Mike Williams.
Garrett Wilson. I mean, who else do they have?
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams.
Yeah, but guess what? He's not even healthy. He's not even ready at all.
Well, he tore his ACL.
Right. He's not ready. He's not close to ready yet. That could change really quickly, but like he's behind.
Camp, or what is he saying?
We got no update. He's just not ready. He's not up to code yet. So
technically Corley is the 2 there right now.
So yeah, Corley's going
into camp.
Whatever Corley does now, he's gonna keep, and then Mike Williams could come in and impede a little bit. But like, how many games will that be? 2 or 3 games?
And how old is Mike
talking
Williams?
like Xavier Gibson.
Ziggy, how old is Mike Williams?
Mike Williams is 29 years old.
Yeah.
He was born on October 4th,
He's getting up there, and he tore the ACL. He's
turns
coming
30.
in mid-season. I mean, Corley.
I am not quite sure how to help him.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, don't worry about Ziggy.
But this is Dynasty. So
I got this one, Ziggy. Yeah, Corley, bro. But doesn't mean you don't scoop up. Doesn't mean you don't scoop them up later. Is Burton available? Jermaine Burton?
I know you're a big Devon Achane guy. I mean, how do you feel about Jalen Wright? I mean, Mostert's getting up there.
Do you have Achane?
No, but I know you're a big Achane guy, and Jalen Wright is their guy they just picked. So.
Yeah, I know, but I like him. I'd try and grab him with your other pick, sure. Is Jermaine Burton available?
No, I went to pick before.
I go Corley.
But honestly, I think I like Corley more than Burton, in my opinion.
I assume Corum's gone, right?
Like Corum? Yeah.
All right. He's like, but Jaden Daniels is there. Just kidding.
No.
Penix Jr. I like a lot later too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like Wright a lot, bro. But if you need a wide receiver, you called in talking wide receiver. You didn't talk about Jalen Wright. Well, you did.
Yeah,
you did mention him.
I could take either position and be fine. It's just
I like Wright a lot.
I know you like Achane, and I know Mostert is getting older, and I know Jalen Wright seems like a pretty good prospect.
Yeah,
so.
he is. He's very good. I could go either way. I could go Corley or I could go Wright. I would probably lean in the direction.
Yeah,
of...
definitely between those guys. I don't know which I'm going to take because I'm on the clock for another 8 hours. But
all right, Fitzy, got to go. Appreciate you, bro. Later.
Appreciate you, Smitty. Thank you.
Rock out, Travis. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, these guys are all close in ADP. Where is it? Keon Coleman, Christian Watson, JSN.
Keon Coleman, Christian Watson, JSN. Keon Coleman, I would say Christian Watson for upside if you're willing to take a little swing. Keon Coleman and JSN are pretty damn close for like steady Eddie. I think JSN would be higher if we felt like that was, for sure everything we knew. But we do know Ryan Grubb's running 3 wide receiver sets way more than he's running 2, whereas it was the reverse with Pete Carroll. Yeah. So that's great, but we still don't know. At least Coleman's the number 1. Now, if they trade for Ayuk, that could change that. I don't know.
Have you heard anything on the shoulder injury?
On who?
Is that just a minor thing? JSN, the shoulder thing.
Oh yeah, it was minor. It was minor. It was. I almost forgot about it. Yeah, it was reported. It's just not a big deal. But yeah, that's a really close group. Right. I mean, I think Christian Watson's kind of the pick for me because I don't think I was wrong on my assessment. I just don't know if he's going to stay healthy, but they figured it out. It's just a matter of, does he still have a hammy injury? And it's like we figured it out, but he still has them. I don't know. Tough to say. But give me the guy that I think he was the number 1 wide receiver in Green Bay anytime he was on the field.
Right.
And that's not refutable. But it's just, I don't know. I'll go Christian Watson. All right. Later, boys.
Sounds
rock
good.
out. Anything
Thanks,
else?
buddy.
Yeah.
Later.
Anything else, rock out?
Yeah, do you like Joe Mixon in weeklies? Because he usually has like 2 big weeks to make his whole season.
I like him more in weeklies. I'd definitely be okay drafting him in weeklies. I don't draft him in other best ball formats just because I don't trust him to stay healthy, but that's me. And it's not like if I'm wrong, I'm not mad about it. I don't lose a wink of sleep. I don't feel bad about anybody that avoided Mixon. Like, you're still drafting another player. When I say avoid Mixon, I'm not saying go without a player. I'm saying go with this player, go with that player. And if I'm wrong, it'll probably be even. If I'm right, you avoided it all. All right, I'm out of here. Appreciate you, rock out. See you later, bro.
See ya.
All right, Sebastian, I'm sorry you missed it already. I'm closing out. Appreciate you all. Call in tomorrow. Well, here, you get 20 seconds. Sebastian, you got 20 seconds, and I'm literally hanging up because I got to go. 20 seconds, go. 19, 18.
This start, it's going to be, this is super flex. Patrick Mahomes, A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Kyron, and Kelsey.
A.J. Brown, Mahomes, Kyron, Kelsey, fire. Is that with grandma or is that an underdog?
Garrett Wilson, super flex.
Is that on underdog or is that with grandma?
Underdog.
Wow. That's a good start, bro. Don't screw it up.
Oh, have a good one.
Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up. It's a good start. That might be that's in the pug? The pug one?
Yeah.
I like it, bro. All right, man.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right, good night.
All right. I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. Don't forget, I'm live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. I'm live whenever big news breaks. See you all later. This doesn't apply right now because I got to go, but $20 will get you 3 extra minutes on future shows. We'll start doing that. Maybe we'll do 5 minutes. I don't know. It depends on what's going on. All right, later. Peace out.